Oop. Refresh our reserve piles.
Okay, I think I will try some out. God damn.
Oh, there's like, oh, there's a bunch of like free vehicles in here. Oh, there's just 2 stockades. Kind of want one with a 75mm. Oh, that'd be fun.
Well, so, I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, so you know, in the stockpile there was like resource containers, crates of 3. I think you can do that with these guns. I just don't know how. I'm trying to figure that part out.
Oh, you gotta NPF them.
Oh, they gotta be MPF'd because the MPF creates them in crates. Got it.
Yeah, but once you uncrate them, you can't recrate them.
You're a G, my guy. Thank you for helping.
Sorry, I'm just texting someone right now.
Yeah, there's not an MPF on the island, sadly.
Grab this one out, but I'll package both of them for you. Actually,
Yeah, we can open and package from the crane.
I don't know if you're here, chicken. Sorry, I'm just texting someone. Cause I messaged them earlier and they're finally getting back to me, so I have to respond back.
This crane doesn't make it all the way, but his can reach the right side of the pad anyway. So yeah, we have enough to do another boat if you want.
I'm not the boat captain. I suck ass at the boat.
Alright. I'll bust one out and head one over.
Okay. What's up, chicken? I'm sorry. I'm texting someone. As I asked them earlier and they're finally available, so they just got back to me. So sorry I had to text them back. How's it going? You play anything today? There's this new game that came out that I kind of wanted to get. Wait, let me see if I can do screen share and I can show you. By the way, I finally got new cords, so my audio's fixed. I'm like 90% certain the cord that I had somewhere along the strand got like completely damaged, and so that's why I didn't have audio. But let me show you this game. So I think it's kind of cool. I don't know if you've heard about it. So it was on the Steam page store for a while. I actually found it on YouTube. I didn't find it through Steam, but it's called Airborne. It's kind of cool. Let me show you. Let me mute it.
Airborne, the place where no destiny is chosen for you.
It's kind of like a top-down Foxhole a little bit.
All rising as a protector. Every choice has its consequence.
But it's also like a massive open player game, massive open world game.
There still might be hope. Where you least expect it.
And there's like, it's kind of like Skyrim. There's like tons of stories, towns, villages, empires, all kinds of fantastical kind of stuff.
Will you stand together?
You do your own characters and things.
Which path will you take? The choice is yours.
And you can make your own towns and villages and stuff too. I don't know. It's kind of something I would be into, I think. But it just dropped today, and you know, I'm not gonna get it because I wanted to see what like the reviews are and wanted to watch some like playthrough. And I think the game's cool with like the playthrough kind of stuff. Like I think it looks really cool. The main thing, which is the reason why I didn't buy it right away, is I wanted to see, and it's had really mixed reviews. And the reason why it's getting a lot of like, which is exactly the reason why I'm holding off, is a lot of people said it's like the people who said not to like, who gave it a dislike, said that like it's gonna be a really good game. It looks like it's gonna be a really good game. The only problem is that right now the tutorial and then the first bits of the game, like there's a lot of like bugs that have not been fixed. Like they said the AI aggression and stuff, and like it's like the text because the way AI interacts, and like some things like putting down campfires or cooking food. There's like a lot of bugs and stuff riddled throughout that like within 3 months will probably be fixed. So they're like, just wait. Like right now, it's a really good game. It was really fun, story and everything, but like it's just it needs a little bit more time, which I was assuming upon drop would probably happen. But if I'm not mistaken, it's not that expensive. It's only $20, but huge open world, and it looks really like fun. Because it looks kind of like the one game that I got, Bellrite, which this game's kind of been abandoned, to be honest. I mean, they had a huge update in February, but there just has not been that much traction because it's a long-term project, and I don't know if they will continue with it. But this is like a better version because it's not as grindy and it's a top-down, more about the story and stuff than the survival open world aspect. This game was way too much of a grind. So I didn't, after like 2 hours of it, I was like, oh, this is not a game for me. It's so much of a grind. It's like for the littlest things, so didn't do it. This is what I'm excited for, is the first look, Ark Tides of Fortune, which I was telling you about. Atlas, Ark Survival World, the second Atlas, so this is the first prototype picture they gave. It's gonna look just like how Atlas did, but in Unreal Engine 5. So I'm super stoked, because I played this single player and mass multiplayer, and they're gonna do both. So, super excited. So if the other game doesn't work out, I'm gonna play this no matter what. But, I don't know, the game just looks cool. I'll check back in like 3 months and see. I mean, they're live streaming it right now. The developer's been live streaming because it's the first day of release. So it looks cool. More because it's like it says all the interactions are permanent. So the characters and stuff, as you do things, your reputation and previous conversations and stuff carry over. For every interaction. So that's a really cool thing that I'm like kind of into, very much like a Red Dead sort of thing. So anyways, just looks cool. But yeah. Have you been playing anything today? I had like supposed to have classes. I went to my first class, I went to my second class. 30 minutes into my second class, I left, dude. I had the worst raging headache. I could not. I was like, I need to leave. I went onto the hallway for like 10 minutes to like rest. We don't have any sofas or anything. I couldn't even rest my head. I was like, I need to go home. Which I live on campus, so I was like, look, I'm leaving. And I did. It was. I'm not particularly fond of the class, which doesn't really matter anyways, but like the guy talks so much and a lot of it is filler, so I can't do it. What's up, Mac? Outlaws? Honestly, I might play infantry. I really want to play half track, but I just need to see, like, I was gonna play the other day, but the queues were so horrifically bad that I didn't stream. But first, before I decide if I'm going to do anything, I need to check the queues. because I would love to play, but I need to see, one, if there's any battles anywhere, and two, if the battles are actually going on. If there's any way I can get in. Did we take Keel Hall? I don't know, because I haven't played in like 2 days. Nah. We shifted focus to Skirbyshire because we wanted that refinery gone in Mercies, and now we're targeting Keel Hall because I know we got that on like Tuesday or Monday morning. Red Dead. Got some cool interactions. That's awesome, man. I love the interactions that you get. Your guy's kind of an asshole, so it's just kind of funny. Yeah, Keel Hall is a refinery town. They have kind of like we're constantly not able to penetrate through this first wall, so they have so many BMATs, dude. And they have a whole like we're in refinery hex, so until something big happens, I don't know if we're gonna go in. I see we're finally in Westgate, but we lost King's Cage. So still don't have Crumbling Post. This is a long war because the population's so low. Yeah, the whole war, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen there. We're slowly getting to the point where there's tanks and stuff just sitting all over the place because people are just, and you're seeing with every passing day more and more reserves being released to the public because people are not logging in and they're like auto releasing. So we're in a bit of a tough situation. It looks like Clay Coffer has space, but there's not that many people playing. Nothing going on at Mercy's Whale. Nothing going on at Drown Vale. Nothing going on at Maidens. Literally 10 people in Callahan's Passage. Nothing at Lynn of Mercy. Nothing at King's Cage. 7 people at Westgate. So, I guess it's dead tonight. There's really not even a single Frontline. Wow, that sucks. That sucks. I'm trying to decide if it's even worth the effort to go over there. Let me just spawn, let me switch hexes and just spawn over there and just see if this is actually the case. Because if it is, I'm going to swap games. Tomorrow, if we keep it up, maybe. I've noticed that in the morning, it's way more busy than it is in the evening. Somehow Alad's is queued and there's literally no one in Hex. 8 people queued. And see, the population is so low for both sides that you've got like 7 people in Hex and it's queued. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is why they just need to get rid of the equal balancing queue feature. It just needs to go. All right, well, if that's the case, yeah, sometimes I just, that was like a 1-day thing. Honestly, I've only done that like once or twice. If I don't have work. Or between, like Mondays I do that because I don't have classes in the morning. But the rest of the days I either work or I have class in the morning too. So it's kind of a one-time thing. All right, well we'll play like some War Thunder or something. I hate to do that because I really it did not go over well. I've seen already, like I was saying on the forums, there's a lot of people that are like, the population's dead, like no one's playing. Like, yeah, could have predicted that was gonna happen. Oh boy. Alright, we'll play some War Thunder. Oh shoot, I started it. No. Cancel. Stop. I'm playing to the wrong account. Yeah, it's just disappointing. Because you wanna like only for Warden. Yeah, no, I imagine it was like I said, sometimes when I have gone on the mornings just to check to refresh my reserves, it's queued out. But I wouldn't really call it like a battle if it's queued out on both sides and there's literally like 8 people or 10 people in Hex. I mean, that's I found it funny because someone the other day in chat was saying this war is like gang street fights. It's not battles. It's like little gang street fights because of how few people there are. And I was like, that is probably the most accurate representation I've heard of all war. What's up, 2 cents? That's border crossing. The game is basically divided into like 40 different servers, and when you travel across hexes, you queue into a new server. Anvil Empire's their new game is not like that. If they ever make a Foxhole 2, it won't be like that. But it's just the engine limitation requires you to cross borders. Hated the idea of planes, would not expect the pop to be so dead. Yeah, it's really bad. It's horrifically bad, actually. If it does not change next war, they got a serious problem on their hands. They basically got a game that's ready to be sunset. Which is sad to see. It's 1 a.m. Eastern time. That's true. That is true. It's but like almost every war I've been able to get on at this time, and there's like queued front lines that used to have lots and lots and lots of people. It's just been really bad. All right, we've been playing a lot of naval. Should we play tanks, or should we play point? Let's do some tank action. Yeah, so basically 2 cents. You can just. That's where the queues come in. Is when you hit the border. The other reason there's a border is there's what's called the border bases. And that makes it so that people can't basically steamroll on the other side. You can cross it anytime you want, but you just don't get instantaneous spawns. So like you have to once every hour, if it's a contested border, a new border base will pop up, which gives you like hundreds of shirts and stuff to basically for one side to attack. So now I was really excited. I was hoping we could play Foxhole tonight, but there's no one on, and every region is queued out because of how low the pop is. Sucks. We might be able to play tomorrow, though. I have a half day at work, so get to teach the preschoolers, and then I will be off. But I do have to do a bunch of schoolwork. I have so many projects and midterms next week, so I love this tank so much. There are a few premium tanks I was looking at the other day that I really want to get. But I just, 1, I don't have the money, and 2, I don't want to spend money on this game for vehicles. I would rather, rather wait for infantry mode, if anything at all. Did I near miss? Wow. He was moving back too much. Oh. I wonder where they're going to have the next infantry playtest, because I did not get accepted to the first one. Oh, shit. You're not dead? That was a direct shot to the head, dude. How? How? Wait, do I not have the right ammo? No, I do. How? Oh, it's the front. It's his driver that's alive. Oh, I need to kill this one because this guy has a 75mm. Is he on the right side? Panzer 4C. We need to go back, 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 we need to go back. Fuck. There's just too many. There's too many. There's way too many. I am the only one above ground right now. No wonder I'm gonna die. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, we're dead. Got 5 tanks shooting at me. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Missed. I really need to kill this guy or I'm dead. At least I got 3 of them. Alright, we're gonna use a universal backup. It's kind of cool if they have like a daily universal backup now, that you at least get a second shot. Because I thought I only got that with premium, but it turns out that you actually get it if you have a free account too, because my premium account expired. Oh fuck, please don't tell me it landed right next to me. Go, 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 everyone get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. There's only one. There's only one, objective. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. I have a pretty good, this is a pretty good plane actually, so I think I have 20 mil. Oh, he's dead because of our AA. I probably won't even catch up to him. Got him. He killed me, dude. He got me. The one tank he went for was me. That's crazy. Somehow he saw me. Alright, we're gonna try this tank. That's crazy. Out of all the tanks on the ground, he somehow got me. Well, at least I got the plane. I was in spawn too. That's always a risk. I've noticed the last several times I go up in planes, I always, even when there's tons of people around me, I'm the one to get bombed. I don't know if there's like something that exists where it's like it shows you who's the enemy fighter, because I've never seen that on my end. I don't know, maybe that's something that exists. Oh shit, I got the engine and the radiator. Oh! Oh shit, that dude almost got me. How did Tetrarch needs to die? I'm dead. Yeah, it is a rip. This one was supposed to be pretty good because of the 50 cal, but like, I don't. Ooh, I got another hit. This thing has really good frontal armor though. Unlike the Char 2C. So I'm gonna have to flank. You gotta hit it first to kill it? I know! I'm gonna try to flank this guy. The Char 1 bis, however you call it, is an absolutely garbage cannon. So I'm gonna hope I can flank him. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh my god, dude. I had a feeling it was gonna be over before I could get to him. My team absolutely sold. What should we research? This is a terrible tank. What did the GMC? Hold on, I gotta reply back to this text real quickly. Alright. Let's see. I want to upgrade, honestly, what I want to do the most is field repair. Field repair is huge. That's like the only thing I've noticed that like really keeps you alive the most is field repair. You need to get everyone like. I used to have it where while I was playing this tank, the way I used to have it was my crew was in my old account. Instead of being crew level 7, it was 60 something. Or wait, no, it was 42 because I was 3 away from 45 on this one tank, and God, my survivability was like really, really high because my field repair level was so high. And my crew interchangeability was high, but that took like a year of playing to get it to that point. The last tank I unlocked was This one, the ARL-44, that thing was crazy. I would like to get that one again. That was a really cool tank. It also looks like the BT from Foxhole. Oh wait, I wanted to show you guys the... I'll do it after this. I wanted to show you the tank, the Russian tank that looks like the King Gallant, which I think is what they modeled the King Gallant after, which was the T-26 short barrel version or something like that. It looks literally just like the King Gallant from the front. I don't play with it though, cause like from the back it looks terrible. It's got like a huge head on the turret. It's also not a really good tank because it's a 1.0. But I'm gonna go to my favorite spot. This thing's like a long-range beast for its for the BR. So it's usually good to go like where this guy is and just snipe across map. Unless there's too many people in one zone, in which case would not be good, because I'll just end up getting targeted. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Is this guy gonna show his face? Oh, he's going all the way up the hill. Okay. I think our other tank died. Wait, what? There used to be a different lookout point than the place I'm at right now, so I'm a bit confused. Just go up a little bit. Come on. He will go up once this guy dies. I think the M24 is a goner. Oh shit, 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 shit. Oh, he didn't see me. Oh my god. He's also not a very good tank in terms of like the Crusader's not a very good tank, but he could still pen my armor. I'm gonna back up a little bit. That wasn't a good idea. Oh shit, 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 shit. Oh my god. Move up, move up, move up. Got him, got him, got him, got him. Just waiting for him to show his face again. Maybe? Unless he like fled. Oh shit, shit, shit. I missed. Oh my god, that was such a terrible miss. That was so bad, dude. That was so horrifically bad. I can't believe I missed that bad. You only get one shot, and then... Because this thing's like a glass cannon, so you gotta use it like one. Dude, go somewhere else. I think they're gonna come up here. Fuck. No! We gotta move, we gotta move, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Holy moly, there's like 3 tanks now shooting at me. Fuck. Move, dude, move! Yeah, I got my ammunition. Dude, the 3M. Higher level than I am. Doing okay. I was hoping we would have had like 3 or 4 if I wouldn't have missed those shots. Oh, shit. Can't with the smoke. Oh, tank destroyer. Whoa, whoa, alt, move, move, move. I can't pen that. Wait, actually, maybe? Shit. The only way I can hit him is from the side, so I gotta try to find a way. Oh, he's just gonna sit behind there, okay. Oh, move up, move up, move up, move up, move up, move up. No, no, we're not gonna win that. Oh shit, Stug, 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 turn, 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 turn. Turret rotation. No, we're not gonna hit that. I'm trying to get him to panic from the already, otherwise there's no way I'm hitting him. I'm gonna risk it, which is probably dumb, but I'm gonna risk it. Nope, they all went back into hiding. Oh my god, there he is. Dude, he's flanking! Everyone, he's flanking! Oh, I'm the only one. Oh, never mind, everyone's dead. I didn't realize that, my bad. And I'm getting dive bombed. Good lord, dude. Hurry, quick turn! That smoke saved my ass, dude. I hit the engine and the ammo storage. And there's a guy coming for me now from this way. I think it's the M4A3. I don't think I stand a chance either way, so I might as well just approach him. He's up there, isn't he? Ricochet. Fuck. Oh, yes! Oh, that guy got me, dude. Oh. Is everyone just dead? Oh, well, everyone's south, no one's north. Okay. See ya. I should probably flank now that he knows that I'm here, but let me try something because I'm just a small cannon. So let me see if Dude, I don't know, man. Fuck it, I can't see him. Fuck! Get away from me! Dude. We're just getting surrounded. So much of our team was dead. Oh well. There's literally no difference between these two tanks. Like, it's just a little bit more horsepower. Otherwise, it's there's nothing better between them. I just find it interesting that they added the tech tree and all that. Alright, I don't like this map, I'm gonna be honest. Mostly because, I mean, the map isn't, I mean, it's a cool map. I'm just saying it's hard for my tank on this map. It's also hard when there's only one objective point, which is A. Stellaris, no one on it this time? Is that a MMO game? I was just showing, Hey, thanks so much. The World War I. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great gaming session. Yeah, I love this tank. It technically was developed at the end of World War I, but it was never used. It was too late for it to be thrown in combat, but it would have absolutely decimated during World War I. The new I was just showing earlier in stream the new MMO game that I want to play, but it's too early in release. It has too many bugs and stuff that needs to be fixed, so. Offline game. That's still cool. A game could be, a large open world game and be offline. And could be an MMO if we are given the chance. I'm gonna die if I stand here. I can't do that. You can't really peek in the same way you can with other tanks with this one because its head is the most exposed feature. It's the highest feature of it with the guy who's the gunner. So the gunner will die 9 times out of 10 and get hit every single time, and you'll just consistently lose gunners. Oh my god, we're getting flanked. It's a really bad problem to have, in all honesty. It's a bad problem to have, but like I said, it's a glass cannon, so if you stay a long ways away, this map isn't really built like that, but when there are maps, you can just one-shot everyone. That's cool. I've always been interested in something like a No Man's Sky or whatever it's called, which is like an MMO space. That'd be fun. I've always been interested in something like that. I've never really played a game like that Only real MMO I was ever into was Star Wars: The Old Republic. Beyond that, I was not a huge fan of other stuff. Oh, and like a Ark Survival Evolved or something like that. Beyond that, I never really played any games like that. Show your face. Oh, he's gonna try to full flank. All right. Oh, hit the ammo rack. That's wild. Huge detonation. It sounds really cool though. Oh, he's attacking a heavy tank. Rip. Oh, I can't. You know, I'm pinned. I don't think I can help him. If I try to go help him, my back's gonna be shown. A good habit to learn in to carry large amounts of ammo. More ammo means easier ammo. Yeah, I know. I probably don't need this much ammo. I didn't think about that. But sometimes I go a long time without dying, but definitely don't need 125. I never really thought of it that way. You got this, dude? Seems like he's got it. Oh. Fuck, dude. Yeah, you're done. You're cooked. You're cooked, GG. Oh, well, the other dude got him before I could. Who would have killed him? Yeah. Dude was pretty loaded, wasn't he? I think I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna shoot my back, but I'm trying to help this dude. I'm gonna hope that since the other dudes are close enough that that guy will... This is such a bad idea. I'm gonna get shot in the side from behind. I just know I am. Turn, 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 turn. I'm getting flanked. I'm getting flanked. Turn, 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 turn. Yeah, I tried to angle my tank. The thing is that my strongest armor is in my front. It's really, really weak on the sides because this is a World War I tank, so it wasn't built for tank engagements, really. So it's a super weak tank, but it's got an amazing cannon because it was meant to just kill other tanks, you know, World War I tanks on open field, but not like interwar and World War II tanks. So it's really weak in that aspect. Okay, I gotta go back. I can't fight all these guys at once. I gotta choose my targets. Oh, he missed. He missed. He missed. He missed. I got 5 right now. Probably get another one. If I could get the B1 to take a few shots for me. Dude, come on, man. And distract, I might be able to kill this guy. Go for the 228. Just distract him from me, bud. That's why I saved you. So that we could work together. Critical. He's only at 1. He's done. And bunkers. I have used bunkers before. There's just not that many bunkers, with the exception of like the beach maps and the Normandy maps. There's really not that many. Otherwise I would use them more often. They're actually really good, like you're talking about. I'm so dead. I'm in the middle of like a huge arty strike. Try to escape, 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 try to escape. Got the ammo rack. I'm gonna try to get this ammo rack. Got that one. Try to get this one. Nope, I'm dead. The whole row got me. Which is okay. Because we cleared a lot of enemies. Yeah, I probably should have gone back, but I don't know, I was greedy. I wanted the 11 kills. I wanted to get up right in, because if you can get up there, a lot of people camp on the top. Just shoot right in, you know, just shoot right in. Because people don't pay attention once they're on the point. Yeah, I know. I got enough kills for the death to be worth it, though. 11-1. I would go airplane, but I got the XP booster, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, you know what? No, let's do it. There's like no enemies left on the field, so I'm not going to get there soon enough. That's the thing is, this map, once people get to the middle objective, their like senses of checking their surroundings completely, they just escape their brain. Every time I play this map, if you can find a way to flank around, people always just stop thinking. It's amazing, actually. I'm constantly checking for ways to flank because of that. Oh my god, dude, that SPAA is trying to kill me. Oh my god, I'm probably dead. Oh no! Just too much time. That's why rockets are the best in this game. Because they instantly detonate. All the bombs and stuff, there's so much time to escape from them. There's so much time to escape from the heavy bombers. I was gonna say we're gonna win, but actually we're starting to lose people pretty quickly. Delays so ass. It's amazing because there's some planes that if you get them, their bombs instantly detonate, and there's some where there's like a 15-second delay. Oh, it's the D2. Hello. That was like the first French tank. World War I. Actually, no, wait. This is the first or second? I think the something 35 was like the second version that actually saw combat with the D2. Yeah, I don't know because you can do that on naval, but I don't think I've ever successfully gotten the tank bombers to work in arcade. I think on realistic you can choose which one you want, but I don't think you can in arcade. I could be wrong. Oh shit! That SU-76 is cooked. French tanks are absolutely ass in the beginning of the tech tree, but afterwards they're really good, dude. They're really good. How is that non-pen? That is right a 75mm gun right into the side of the 76. There we go. He's hurting, he's damaged. There we go. I was gonna say, that should have been overpressure. Finally, we got an overpressure. This one's really good. Its cannon would have been perfect to fight against. They knew that. The French knew the cannon would have been amazing. It could have beaten the Panzer IIIs and the Panzer IVs in the very first part of the Blitzkrieg. But, most of the Panzer IIIs. But the armor was so bad and it was so slow that for the D2s and the S-35s, the Germans didn't even fight them. They just flanked all the way around them, destroyed all their supplies, and captured cities before the army could even get back. So these were actually decent tanks. They could have fought toe-to-toe, but they were just way too slow and outdated. So they got routed. Let me see. These are the German. So what German tanks I wanted to buy was, I thought this one was really cool. I wanted to get this one, the FBFC. It's got a 75 millimeter, and it's actually a really cool looking tank. It's got like a Frankenstein double Panzer IIs on the side. I thought that one was really cool. And then I wanted to get the Panzer IIIN, because this is just a really, really, really good fighting tank. The last line of the Panzer III. But I'll show you the ones I was talking about. Here we go. The T-26-4. I'm like 99% certain this is what the King Gallant was modeled after. It's a scout tank, and it has like the same side. The back is not exactly the same, but look, like the cannon in the front and the look is like identical to the one in Foxhole. Yeah, they didn't do much. Yeah, they put them out. They put the tanks in the one area that was going to go north on the west, and then on the east side they had the Maginot Line, and they just went straight through there. So they just kind of failed on every area. They just got routed. So this is cool. I like this. Yeah, it really does look like the King Gallant, especially like this part. So I think this is part where they drew the inspiration from. It kind of plays like it too. The only reason why I don't like, I won't get the tank, I don't play with it, is because when you're playing you only see this, the back, and so you don't get to see what looks like the Foxhole tank. So not that fun. This one is cool. I would love to have this one, the T-35. Dude, this Frankenstein thing. So it's got a 76 millimeter on the front, two 45 millimeter cannons, one on the left, one on the right, and double, actually 5 7.62 millimeter machine guns. This is like peak Soviet design of like, we're just gonna bring heavy armor to them. I don't think it did really well in combat, to be honest, because it's just terrible, but Russian American designs, yeah. German, yeah, we get a mix between the German and the French tanks. This one's really I love this. I think it's so cool though, because it just looks cool. It actually plays pretty well because it's a 1.3 tier. The other one I like is that I wanted to get was, where was it? The SMK. You can actually play with this in Gates of Hell Ostfront. It's a super, super hard tank to kill. If I'm not mistaken, it's got really good armor. Really good armor, so you have to go up behind. Otherwise, for at least the time it was produced, it was really good armor. So, pretty wild. Yeah. Yeah, the Soviets have some cool like ideas. Obviously this is super impractical. This was a garbage scout tank. It was really, really bad. It was like an armored car. T-35 was a super, super cool idea, but like I don't think it actually did well, because it could just be penned by the side. SC-75, yeah. The USA has some that I'd really like to play with, like the LVTA-1 M24. You could play with this in Battlefield 5. This was an awesome 75 millimeter M6 cannon LVTA. I wish they had their infantry mode on here like they do in Enlisted, because you can see like, this is so cool, the LVTA-1, just because of its like, this one because of its amphibious assault vehicles. It played really well in Enlisted, actually, their other game. But the reason why I really liked it was because... Where was it? Not the T-86. The heavy tanks. Like the T1E1. Dude, look at this thing. 90mm with this super heavy track. Thing's epic. And has a 37mm secondary. You also get the T20, T30. This one's cool. The M6A2E1. Look at that. Like, these like crazy things. They're so cool looking. SVH. There really should be. The Talos, yeah. American Tech Tree is Sherman. Sherman to another Sherman, then back to the Sherman. Guess, yeah. That's literally all it is for most of the American stuff. That's why I like the unique things. Like I like the amphibious vehicles. This one's so cool. It really would have had a really good place in the Pacific, the M2A2, because of the sheer fact that it's based off of just like this is basically the Scorpion. This is what the Scorpion was inspired by for Foxhole. Yeah. Was the M2A2 is what it was inspired by. Problem is, they found out the tanks were just too big to go through the jungle. So, they opted going with the M3. No, they are. They're terrible. By pre-war standards, they're really, really good tanks. They're really good combat tanks for interwar. But by the time you get to World War II, they're obsolete. They did build a few that the Americans never got to face off against, which would have really annihilated the Shermans if they would have tried to fight on the mainland, if they did try to invade mainland Japan, which would have been the Chinu and the Chito. Because these were actually produced, and these things were like beasts. There weren't that many of them that were made. There were like a few dozen, if I'm not mistaken, but they were all put on the critical shorelines. These would have tore through the Shermans if they would have hit the beach. Not the the jumbo tanks, but the other ones that would have tore through. I really like the Japanese tanks. They're really unique. They're all cool because they're just so aesthetically different. I still think the Chiha is like the fucking coolest tank they ever made. The Hago is cool too. Wait, they had a cheat. Oh, did they remove it from the game? Oh no, it's right here. This is a cool ass tank. Yeah, they were really, really good. They would have annihilated the American Shermans. And the Americans didn't even know until like after the war was over how much shit they actually had prepared for him. The beach landings would have been catastrophic. This one's cool too. I love this one, the short gun. This one's cool. 120mm naval gun. This one's actually really good and enlisted. Chinu 2 was another one they made. Because they were emplaced guns put into a put onto tracks. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff. I originally started with the Japanese, and I got all the way up to here, 4.7. But just like the French, it's so painful. Like, you will play so many matches to make very little progress. It isn't until you get the B1 and the C2 that you're able to dominate on the field. The rest of all this is so crap. It's slow and can't do anything. You can't even get like a single kill with any of these things. You basically just get damage. You don't get kills, you get damage, and then that damage slowly leads up to the big boys. Alright. Should we do an airplane? Trying to upgrade my planes. I'm really close to the MS4110, but I need to start going into the right tech tree, so we'll see. And then after work tomorrow, I'm gonna try to hop on Foxhole and stream and hope that there's no queues, and we'll hope that there's more people. It will be Thursday, so it's closer to the end of the week, so maybe since it's closer to the weekend, there might be more people willing to play. I'm not really sure. Even though it's late war, I think people are getting a little bit upset that like the map hasn't moved at all. Like the northeastern or western islands, we haven't even taken like any of them. It's crazy. Because they're easier to take than like any of the other stuff that we're currently fighting against. We just don't have the population. All right. Flip-flop into bomber's tact. Damn. Gonna be some stuff going around this weekend. That's for sure. The most fun you're gonna have in air battles? Yeah, I bet. All right. Dude, I'm not excited for any of that stuff. I always play low tier because I have no like intention of playing with the missiles or anything like that. I've seen gameplay of people that are in like the top tier stuff, and I'm like, it just doesn't seem... Same as like the high-end tanks. Like I feel like there is a point at which I'm just not... I would not be interested. Like, genuinely would not be interested. Like, I watch some of these content creators that are like at the end of the tank tree with like modern day stuff, and it's literally that. It's why modern day tank fights are crazy, because it's like one single shot, or super far away, or missile radar thermal scanning and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is nothing like the fun World War I, World War II engagements that are like what this game's known for. It's so different. Oh, wow. Alright, they suicided. I know a lot of people enjoy it. I like, since I have a choice, I always play like low BR stuff because I really love the low BR, like early fights, a different kind of tactics, you know. Damn. Alright, sorry, 1 second. That's about. Sorry, guys. The glory days of dogfighting. Yeah, you know. Oh, I don't know. Mac, did you ever play the World War mode that was on here? I started War Thunder really late. I've only been playing for like 2 years, and I used to hear this as a World War mode, and I was like, that's why I got into this game, because I was like, oh man, that's so exciting. That sounds so fun. And then I heard they discontinued it, and then I saw a post a while ago they're going to try to bring it back. You know? I don't know, like, I got into this because I really like naval, but not a lot of people play naval, but like I know during World War there was like, because I used to watch people stream it, there was like naval and tanks and aircraft and stuff, and I was like, ooh, that looks so fun. And I got to play it once, I remember, and I got to, like, one time it was like the event was open, and there'd be like in ships, and there was like planes and tanks going on. So I was like, this is so freaking cool. And I was in planes at the time because I hadn't gotten into naval, and then I never saw it again. But I don't really know. That's kind of why I got more into like Foxhole, because I like the combined forces. Oh, more than I like anything else. Oh, I'm so dead, dude. Wait. How are you not dead, dude? How are you not? How did all that miss? I'm just supposed to be really bad with overshooting. I'm trying to get better at it, but I feel like I'm still not good. I'm trying to aim for like the circle, but like, I feel like, oh, he blew up into me. I know, I'm playing with a really low tier plane compared to like everyone else. Oh, here's my 2.0. I was gonna say, I was like, I'm playing with like a 1.3. Yeah, I saw the private server. I don't know, man. I kind of liked it because it was like a full-scale competition thing, and I'd like to do that, but I'm not really into the private server stuff. I'm hoping that with the reintroduction of wartime infantry, the guns do weird things. Yeah, well, I think I don't have a cannon on it, so I feel like my stuff is, I think, 7.62, so I don't think I'm doing a lot of damage. Hopefully now I do, because I got another 2.0 on me. I just really like the combined arms. But I'm kind of like over the private server stuff. I did that a lot in like Hell Let Loose, and it's fun. But I like more like the large scale, like, rather than, because I'm just not really into the whole clan stuff. That's the only way you can do it in Hell Let Loose. It's like all clans and stuff. Which there's some cool people, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm more into like the public server stuff, but there's no rules or regulations. It's just like, oh, use whatever you want, and whoever's the best is... Bro, did you see that dude's moves? Holy moly, he evaded every shot. Dude, holy... I got instantly killed. Oh, he's a 2.3, holy moly. Yeah, dude. I hate to say it. See, I wasn't here back in the days when everyone's like, oh, you didn't used to have clans, and there wasn't... I joined the game right after, like literally the war after the factory update. So I didn't know what it was like before. I looked up the other day images online and saw like what Foxhole used to look like before all that stuff. It was a completely different game. Like the models and graphics were different, and it just seems like a completely different game. And I like how it is now. I really do. But there's so much of an emphasis on private factories and clans and stuff. It just limits access and drives so many people away. Plus the elitism and like the amount of times I've like been personally attacked or like, because all I ever do is make public stuff, and it's amazing at getting attacked for it's like, what are you doing inside of my CMAT factory? Like, and you get shot up, and I'm like, we're all in the same faction. Like, this is why people hate this game. Most of the stuff these people produce, anyways, ends up just sitting in seaports the whole game and getting deleted. So, okay, let me see if I can pull up some pictures, because Chicken, I can show you too, because both of us had never played back in the day. Now, let me see here. Display capture. See, like some of these images, like back in the day, like it was like, this is when there was only one kind of half track, and it kind of looks the same, but then I noticed this, and I was like, what the heck? And then I saw there's like, I wish I could make, can I view the image bigger? No, I don't want the code. I just want to view it. Oh, I can't zoom in. It looks totally different. Like, okay, that's the debit, yeah, but there's like different emplaced guns, and the game looks a lot more cartoony. More like, because I played Fortnite when Fortnite first came out, and looks very much like cartoony, like the original Fortnite in the first month that that game came out. Let me see. Like this, there was different stuff. There were some good photos. I'm just trying, like this was the original Warden half track. There was some good stuff though. It's hard to find them these days. It's been such a long time. I'm trying to see where they were. Like these, it's interesting how many are still here though. Like Foxhole early access. You can tell it's still Foxhole, but it's different. Added trenches. Garrison with scare ATG pill. Oh, was it just the Ironhide? They didn't have the Devet at the time. It was just the Ironhide. You can tell like the resources were kind of different. It's a lot more of like an urban combat warfare. So it's more of like a preset world, and you're just kind of like fighting in it. See, I hate the meta. It would be so cool if bases were like this. It would be so cool if people built bases like this to me. Where there'd be a lot of open land, and there's like a howitzer, and there's like, you know, some like, you know, because it feels realistic. Rather than like these endless rectangular bases. The same rectangle base that you always see. Same meta pieces. I find that just cool. Like there's like, you know, it looks realistic. It's like not as much stuff, but like if they were more powerful maybe. See, like here's one of the original photos I found of Foxhole, which is just completely different. Look at like this tank. What even is that tank? Like was that an early colonial tank or like what was that? It's just weird. It's like a totally, like you can tell it's Foxhole, but it feels like a totally different game. That base would die. Right. That's why the bases are designed, is because of low pop hours. But if you had always a super populated, super high populated, like, you know, hexes, you wouldn't need all the constant PvE prevention. Like right now, when the hex only has like 3 people in it, so it's just trying to prevent PvE. This is cool. This is like an interesting push gun. I don't know if that's the 68 or 40 or what. And the models are way better now. By every metric, the models look way better than they used to. Right. Oh, look. The original map. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Thought that was the original map. Someone's just recreated it. That's the 40mm? Is it? It kind of looks like it. I couldn't tell which one it was. Alright, well now we're kind of getting away from it. But see, like, here's the original, like, safe house and trucks. It would have been cool to play back then. I never even knew. I didn't know this game existed until my friend told me about it. And I feel like that's the same with tons and tons of people. They have no clue. I feel like they do such a horrible job at advertising this game. I didn't even know it exists. Same as Anvil Empires. I would never heard of Anvil unless I heard it, you know, I played this game. I think they need to do a serious rethinking of their marketing campaign. If they want to appeal to people, they need to get big streamers, and they need to do lots of ads and reach out and promotion. Like, I feel like this is one of those games that has some of the worst advertising of all time. You just don't even know it exists. Until they gave it to the collies, the push 40mm. Old safe house was fun. Yeah, it looks interesting. See, I'm kind of the person where, and maybe this is just because that's more the game that I would have enjoyed. What ads? Yeah, I know they don't have any ads. I would have really enjoyed a Foxhole where it's just armored cars and light tanks. I think the BT's cool, but like that's just my playstyle. I like early war. I get that's not possible with the amount of building there is now. There's too much needs for PvE. But obviously I wouldn't want anything taken away from the game that it is now. We just need way, way, way more players. Mm. Oh, is this just a comparison to what everything's built around? Well, no, this was based off the RL-44, not based off the Tiger. This was built off the M3 Lee. Or M3A1, M3, so I don't know why. I feel like some of these comparisons are pretty bad. What are these comparisons? That was really, really old. I went around for it, but at one point it was SVH versus MPT. Yeah, I've never seen a... That's my point. I've never seen a Foxhole ad except for their YouTube. Like, there's this other company, this game that I played. It's on my Steam, Enlisted. Used to be a really fun game. But they literally did no advertising for the game. Ever. And so it had such a small player base, even though it was really fun. And I feel like that's the problem with Foxhole. They just do not advertise their game at all. And you don't get success. If people don't know your game exists, they're never going to play it. So I feel like that's a big problem. A really big problem. Alright, I'm going to use the restroom real quickly, and then I will be back. Let's see, let's go back to the gameplay. Alright. Played a bit. Oh, wait, let's look up some ads. I've never seen the ads. I'm going to have to look them up. Yeah, I'd be interested to look up some Foxhole ads because don't know why I felt like they just sucked. It's the same as this game that my friend and I used to play Enlisted. The worst gaming ads I've ever seen. Their announcer, the guy who was the guy that spoke over the game, just terrible voice. It sounded so cheesy and it was such low production. Even though they charged people like $60 per like DLC, it was insane. And they'd publish in DLC like every month. Alright, let's see. Official 1.0. Do you think their ads... do they put them anywhere besides YouTube? Because I'm kind of thinking of something else besides YouTube. Like, I'm wondering if they publish them anywhere else. Alright, let's look at the 1.0 preview.
Foxhole is a massively multiplayer game where thousands of players shape the outcome of a persistent online war.
Foxhole is gearing up to launch Inferno, its most ambitious and expansive update yet, adding many highly anticipated features to the game. Inferno introduces player-built facilities.
Yeah, this is when things started to go downhill for the community, I feel like. In terms of like aggressive inner fighting between factions. But I'm thinking of if there's like an ad different from this, because I've seen their YouTube videos. It didn't bring me to the game, I didn't know they existed, but I'm just saying this isn't really an ad. GameSpot trailer. Was this the one? Wait, did I just see? A prototype Niska 68? Five minutes and left. My opinion is they need to get some big streamers. They need to do a bunch of campaign blitz, you know, and I mean they need to find a way to. They need to get rid of that balancing thing where it makes queues when there's only 7 people on each side, because that's ridiculous. But it's like, I think exactly we're talking about how you got off in like 5 minutes. It's so non-intuitive and just like, what do I do? Because so many people don't play the tutorial in the home region. And it shows. And people are like, what do I do? But then you also get people that have been playing the game that are like, oh, the tutorial doesn't teach anything. I'm like, that's not true. Like, I actually went through the tutorial in the home region. It's actually pretty dang good for establishing the basics. Then you just learn the rest of the stuff. Like, it's not going to teach you a lot about vehicles. It's not going to teach you a lot about, like, I mean, you're going to need to learn that stuff on your own. But, like, the basics of, like, what the game is about and how to survive and do basic things, like, the core controls is going to teach you that. But it needs to find a way to capture people in the long haul in a short period of time, and I just feel like it does not do that. I don't know how it's supposed to do that. Later. Old gunboats. The old gunboats are cool looking. I'm glad that they added the new gunboats since last update, because we have some awesome boats now. I always thought the old, when they showed some of the old boats, like, not just these. I mean, these are freaking cool. But the new ones are cool. They've kind of brought back some of the aesthetics on this, but yeah, I'm looking at Foxhole game ad, but I don't really see anything besides their YouTube. And IGN sending out a thing on Airborne. I mean, for a lot of people, the biggest jump they ever had was because of Airborne. Because they kind of tried to push it out because of a lot of people, streamers that have played before. There really wasn't anything before that. So I don't know. And now we're at the lowest population of all time because people realized the game wasn't capable of handling the sheer amount of people that it was trying to, so now everyone's quit. 120mm. On 3 days, it was very early beta. Oh wow. Dual motors. Here's the silver hand. Yeah. And it doesn't really, I mean, it's cool to look up. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it was. It's more about, like, how do they fix it to keep people, to get the people from Last War to come back and stay, and to keep attracting new audiences. I mean, that's what really matters. I just don't know how, with the current game build, how they're going to do that. Look, this is the old component fields. Update 00.23. Developer stream number 6. Like, that's how these people are the most well-known Foxhole YouTubers, because they've been doing it since the game's first day that it came out. So let's just skip through real quickly. I want to see what the Foxhole stream number 6. God, this is old. Their quality is so bad. Weekly war. Wars only went on for a week. Holy shit. 4th or 5th truck today coming down this road. Wow, I mean, that's just... Look how low pop. That's what's funny, though. Right now, they just need to beat planes down and fix some quality issues. I mean, like, that's what's crazy is if you were to take this right now where this guy's like, oh, there's only been 4 or 5 trucks that have come down the road today. That's like literally the problem we're having right now. It is so low pop, you see like nothing going on in some hexes.
Really like it. Like it did a great job in this one with just editing. Yeah, I think this is what he picked to show and how the time is peaceful. It was really cool.
Are they just showing community stuff at this point because the game's so new?
Good because. But one of the things that I thought was.
Well, these were people streaming it like in the first few months of its inception.
Oh, okay, like you can get to be able to walk on. There's very few places in our world that where we just put like a sort of
An actual blocking.
Like, this doesn't even exist anymore, some of these things they added. You can't even go into these buildings anymore.
Especially right now that we still have a lot of like how to
look.
Like, they have made stuff and gotten rid of it. Clearly.
From one direction.
Scouts type of tool, so let's like hold on to that. We'll kind of
You'll have an edge if you run out of ammo, right? Are some things about it that we aren't necessarily
makes perfect sense. It just
and then we'll once we have the system there, we'll perhaps
roll out for more.
apply it to some other structures as well.
Like, I think that's the question developers need to ask themselves. Is this a game where they want it to be a small niche community, that it's kind of just a passion project for them as a development team? Or do they really want this to actually succeed and take off? Because they've now reached that critical threshold with the last update.
Joining the war.
And they're going to have to seriously intervene if they want this game to succeed. It just doesn't look like they want to do that. When was this published? This was published 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Like, is he collecting components? Like, what?
Hey guys, I saw Bear here recently. That being said, there's also a lot of people who don't know what the first thing to do in Foxhole is. So, what my old ones covered. Once you're done with his tutorial, come right back. This newsfeed contains dev streams. The next immediate has been removed. This is due to the fact that practice mode has been removed. Is that materials have been divided. Collect scrap.
Lot of like playing Avior, trying to find action. You also had to go to an oil field and hammer out gas by hand. Yes or no? Mostly map things. Little caymans is a big difference. Once they fix error, the next term is necessary removing border bases. Yeah. If they don't do some serious overhaul to the game, I foresee this super low pop war just becoming the norm in the game, sunsetting. Unless the devs. It seems like in my almost 2 years of playing the game now, the devs do not like intervening in this game. And I've never seen that in a product of a game before. I've never seen another game company like that. It's crazy how long ago this was.
One important thing to note, one other change to weapons I should mention is that rifle accuracy.
I mean, it's like it's a totally different game, but it's still Foxhole. The animations look cooler, actually. Like the soldier animation and the fighting looks kind of, the infantry combat at least looks cooler. It has like more oomph to it, like more impact. Some cool animations. Players have way too much health though, obviously, as you can see. I mean, I'm not saying it's cool if it's like a 3v3 because that's boring, but you get what I mean. Yeah, Anvil Empire shows hope. I agree. I agree. I think I don't know. I think they kind of just need to start work on Foxhole too, or find a way to import whatever the hell they can the game as it's built in Unreal Engine 4. I know enough about trying to do stuff in Unreal Engine 5. The down animation looks good. Yeah, it does. I know enough about Unreal Engine 5 to know there were a lot of dubs who were like, all right, we can take our game and update it in certain ways and convert it into Unreal Engine from 4 to 5. When it was first being talked about. And obviously Unreal Engine 5 in the last, what is it, almost 4 years now it's been out? Something like that. Has been seriously improved. So I don't... Let me look this up. One of the first things come up is furry. Yeah, no, thank you. Make sure you can. This is from what I know. Yeah, because this was the big deal. Was when it first was advertised was, can you convert it in 2021? And it was a resounding yes. These are just manual troubleshooting, right? Manual. That's what they said. Manual troubleshooting of code or assets. Yeah, I think they just need to do that. I don't really see any path forward for Foxhole as it is now if they don't do that. because of the server capacity. I think that's clearly what was the like the stop the floodgates in the last update was that. All right, well, we'll probably do one more battle, see if I can get... I didn't really get that much progress towards the next plane. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. And that's kind of what I'm saying, is like the developers need to decide, do they want to intervene with their game, or are they just going to continue to be passive and just say, well, the game will take its course. It's like I said, it's been one of the weirder game studios with their developers in my experience of kind of watching dev videos. Oh, he did. I've seen many different stages of war. Every update hit the collies a bit more than the Wardens. Factory made their better tanks. Factory Loctars, not really. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been around for like the longest period of time. But I don't think, with the exception of this air update, I don't think I've really ever seen new content like be a problem. I don't ever really think the content has been the problem. There's been some frustrating things with meta stuff, but I think players have always figured out like a way to adapt to the meta. But I think there's, like I said, core issues with the limitations of the current engine. Like, I was super happy, right, when the first day when I saw queues of like 75 to get into a hex. I was super stoked because it meant we have a high population. It was maxed out on both sides. Obviously, if you're a new player and there's an over a 2-hour queue for something that was like 5 hours to get in, you're like, nope, I'm done. I gave the game a chance. I'm not waiting. So I could totally understand that. Totally understand that. So they gotta, like, you gotta act on that. This is a way better plane. Remember I was talking about the other day, I was like, my plane can't turn. This one can actually fucking turn. I'm happy. I'm so dead. Oh! Navy's mostly a call a favorite update though, except when they got their new gunboat, hit it. And then you do that, it's a pure stalemate. Yeah. That's the thing. Because there's you know, there's none. It's day 1, day 2, day 3. There's not like the front isn't going to change a lot. The fun fighting, which I think a lot of, from what my experience was, at least in looking at old content, was like there was a lot more urban warfare fighting rather than open fields, which open fields and stuff is fun. But there was a lot less like building, more like we're fighting in city streets. And so there's like a built urban environment to like explore and go around. And those are some of the most fun battles in the beginning, is like the big cities and urban combat when, you know, because you don't have really good weapons. So you want to like have built objects to hide around and key buildings, the little bit of AI in city streets. Like, it's so fun. So when you don't have that, and it's day one, people are like, well, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like in the countryside, you know. Which is fine for like experienced players, but if you're a new player and you just waited hours and it's a stalemate and you're in the countryside, you're probably going to be more likely to log off and not come back. Because it's like infinitely more fun than day one fighting and you're in trenches in the countryside. That is so boring. Because you're like, okay, I'm not going to genuinely see any movement until like the next few days, you know? It's going to take a few days for me to see genuine, you know, change on the open front. You're fighting over like 10 meters of land for 3 days straight. Ooh. And that's not really advertised in the ads to new players. Well, in the YouTube videos. Totally. And people don't understand, people get confused because it's like clans will just zerg like, well, like everyone from this clan get in a big Discord call and everyone queue up this hex. And we're gonna like have a few people in the beginning mass produce mammons, come on in, we're gonna take this city. So it's more about clan movement than individual players, which I don't have a problem with that. I'm experienced enough to like fight decent enough against Zergs. Got the wing. I got like 5 people on me now. He's dead. I'll get my cannon any second. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, we've got 9 plane kills. I think you get to keep going until you run out of planes. I think that's the difference with air combat. I don't think there's like a Dable, there's a 3 death limit. As soon as I'm here, I'm going like 5-6 deaths. I don't know how it works. Well, these people are still playing too. How many? 5 planes. It must be 5 because I don't see more than 5. Oh wow, that dude's got 10 planes. Well, I definitely know you can't play with 10. But I see 5 and 6, so maybe it's 5. Someone's on my ass. Ah. My guy's losing all stamina. Alright, we're back. Fuck, dude, we're in a death spiral with like 3 other planes. And I got a 1.3. I'm not gonna be able to turn quick enough. Alright, he's dead. Cult of personality. We're not a pyramid scheme. Battle tanks. Yeah. FMAT is a pyramid scheme. I can tell you right now. I was in there. Total pyramid scheme. And yeah, it's one of the largest Logi clans in the game. Some cool people in there, but overall a pretty garbage regiment. Which is unfortunate. Oh, the MiG-3 might kill me. It's actually a better plane than I am, but... Ooh, he's on fire. Dead. I think we're gonna win this. They're like running out of dudes. Access to their markets. I was in the regiment, so I'm not going to say everyone in there because I met some cool people. I'm just talking about more like the heads of it. I think most regiments have cool people, you know, at some level in there. It's just how it is. It's just how it is with every game. When you get clans and reggies and stuff, there are some people who are like obsessed with it, and their whole life is the game. And there's some people that are just there to like actually have fun and meet people and chill and stuff. Oh my god. Dude, I'm dying. I've lost all my flaps. I have no stability. I'm dead. Halbert, yeah. I've bought stuff from them. Their guys have been cool to me. I met a few, but it's like, as I was saying, like every regiment, there's a few people and everyone that are just kind of assholes, but there's cool people everywhere. But it's a video game, right? Like, you're gonna encounter that. This is gonna be my last match. It's already 11:40. I got work in the morning, so probably my last. We'll see if we can get a win on this. We should have more planes than they have still. Got a lot of points. That's nice. I'm using my reserve plane right now. This is so garbage. This is like World War I plane right now. Oh, did they? When was this? Because when I left the regiment almost like a year ago, their guy who was the head was like a total prick. His whole life was like the game. He was really rude. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Is this it? Is it just us two left? No, there's 4 of them. Critical hit. From public lodging to more clanmate and join. Yeah, see? When I was in there, I felt like it was already, like, they always said public logi, but in like the year ish 9 months that I was with them, I could it become more and more and more private. Mm. Yeah, I mean, that's just how online games are, though. Like, things change, clans change, regiments change. People in their video game pixel power structures. I'm just here to shoot and have fun. I don't care about that. I actually have a job outside of video games and a life. I'm just like trying to have as much fun as possible. You can still critique stuff, though, and have fun at the same time. Oh no! I'm so weak compared to that guy. I do that sometimes too when I'm like going on a downward spiral. Sometimes you just shoot, because sometimes you hit someone's wing, you never know. Oh yeah, GG, we won. They have no one left, just like 2 dudes. Got him. McClanhead was one of the founders of the Warden Sundial Coalition before. I have no clue what that is. I'm not gonna lie. It must be an older coalition. I'm leaking everything, dude. Sounds cool, though. Alright, he's going down. Alright, he's done, boys. He's done, he's done. That was, I think, the last dude. Yep, that was him. MS4, unless, where is he? There's just one dude who's in the 410. Oh, here they are, here they are, here they come. Gotcha. Oh, they were just waiting to spawn. Like I said, I wasn't here before factories, but in the brief time that I've been here, with factories becoming the norm over the last several years, like, you can just see persistent every war, like how much it changes the player base. People become more and more aggressive and more territorial. No! I'm so cooked, dude. Oh, I can't really turn because I don't have any engine. I need some help. Is there anyone else that can help me? There's only a few of us left. Shit, there's only like 6 of us versus 3. I can't help you guys. Oh, Spud. Spud's cool. I've gotten stuff from them. Oh! Crit. Ah, dude, I can't turn! None of us can turn, we're all damaged, and we're all in like World War I reserve planes right now. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Got him, he's on fire. Good job, you guys. Killed the last 2. I know they are. That's why I went for a downward fall, because I thought in a free fall I might be able to get them, and sure enough we did. Wow. Thanks for 2,500 silver. Oh, we got it. I'm gonna swap the reserve plane, yes please. Let's research this plane. Get the research boost. Yes. Oh, why I said this one? Other than that one. this is in this new account. I've just learned the research. You get like a research boost. Okay. So, wait. No, I don't want to. I researched the wrong one. Search that one. Well, that was a waste of XP. I don't think I want a 3.0, but I'll do the 2.3. I don't know. I watched his streams. He seems like a chill, like, in a video game sense, he seems like a chill guy. I think he's just on to make money and play games. It definitely, I can tell, is a cult of personality. You know, he gets on and everyone wants to play. The whole hex gets queued. And then he gets off and all of them stop playing. I think it was cool because he brought in a lot of people for streaming the update war. I don't have anything wrong with him, the streamer himself. I think he's fine. There's some streamers I don't like. Just because they're toxic. But I think he seemed okay. You know, I watched him for a few streams. Shred Clan, was he? I don't know what the drama was in the update. I don't really know the drama. I just like watched his stream. Like I know he was constantly in Faranac, and then they caused drama between the other big regiments. But it seemed like it was justified because they were constantly trying to like. I was on at the same time as happened. They kept these like. You have these small groups of like 6 people that were in the same clan or another clan, and they would try to like. They knew that like Spud or whatever was going to launch a huge invasion the next day, and instead of waiting or like 2 hours before they were going to launch their invasion, they would try to queue the hex and start the invasion early, and then they would ruin it for the rest of the day because the collies were onto it. So I think that crash out was justified. But I never... Game went down after they banned that. Who is the big collie streamer that got banned? Every streamer is basically colonial. So I stream on YouTube, but like I only think I know of like one person that ever streamed Warden like consistently, and everyone was basically colonial. They're on Twitch at least. I know, sometimes I get on and I see, who is it? Let me see. Sometimes I get on and there's, he's part of, leader of like some clan, I don't remember what the hell his name is. Let me see if I go to Foxhole clips or videos if I can find. Alex Chamberlain. I've been in some of his streams. It seems cool. He's willing to talk to anyone, so it's fine. There was one dude who seemed kind of weird. I never really watched his streams, but apparently I heard he like went ballistic and quit the game permanently after years, which was like, his name was like Winter or something. I don't really watch Cruz's streams. He seems like he's probably fine. I just got kind of a weird vibe when I'm in there. Trying to see who else. It's kind of the same. The people that are shown on here that are. I don't watch Call Sign Finch. He seems a little bit. Just I get the crazy impression from him. Is there anyone else? I think Sweet Tea Paul plays Warden. He was the guy I was gonna say. It's the only other person I know that consistently streams Warden. Yeah, it's kind of the same names appearing again and again. Badman Larry, you got Grimblow, head of the Gremlins. Banana Son. With Winter. I've seen some stuff from like Grimblow on like YouTube or whatever. I don't know. I don't really watch this stuff because I don't really care for like the whole like stupid trying to make drama out of drama stuff, which is like you constantly see like the YouTube videos will see it pop up in my YouTube recommended for like, oh, cope harder collies or get shit on wardens or like whatever, and it'll be like, I don't know, it'll be like some backline partisan, more often than not it's like some stupid little thing where it's like some tank that's like super OP or something going up against the people that have like no chance, or someone like exploiting or something, and it's like well, like who cares? Like why are you? It seems like it's almost like a Reddit post or something, you know? It's funny. Well, in a way. Batman Larry was the dude who got banned. He was crazy, but Warden alts were harassing enough that he saw even low rank as an alt, which got him banned. Every low rank. Oh. I have actually encountered alts like 2 or 3 times in person. So I know it exists and I have seen it firsthand, and it's honestly just pathetic. But I don't think everyone's an alt. I think you just have a lot of players that don't really know what they're doing and they're just trying to learn and make mistakes. Alright, I think I want to do fire accuracy. Wait, is this my pilot? I think I want to... Let's do fire precision. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, I want this. So I never really upgraded my planes. So I didn't even know this was here. This is cool. There's some good stuff in here. Hold on. This is why people kill me so much quicker. I didn't even know. Like, never looked at any of the plane stuff before. I always just did like pilot stamina. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is there's a lot of that. That's why I don't look at the Foxhole Reddit or the forums, because it's just sheer toxicity. It's just a game. I'm just here for like the more wholesome, fun stuff. I don't care if we lose every war. I don't care if we win every war. Who gives a shit? It's just gonna reset the next war. Anything. It's just pixels. Everything gets deleted. So like, have fun moments. I don't really get all that stuff. All right. I'm actually interested in looking at, before we go, I'm just interested in looking at the player rates for this war, like how much the numbers have dropped. I don't know if can you look on, there's somewhere on Steam where you're supposed to be able like to see the numbers of what's changed. Blue Laminate videos, this map, Diaries of Kings, and yeah, his stuff's kind of cool. I'm probably going to take some heat from this. Nothing wrong with him as a person. But I cannot stand watching Robert Games' videos. Like, the way he narrates, the fake voice he uses, it irks the hell out of me. It's like the fake 1950s newscaster voice he uses. His content as a person seems super chill, totally sweet, nothing wrong with him. But the voice, like the whole narrating, just kind of ticks me off. And the other thing is, I've fought with him in different wars when he's on the field. And like, I think it's just because he's a big name. I think it's just a big YouTuber. Like, he doesn't do anything. He'll just like, you'll be a long line to get into a queue, and he'll just like, not fight. He'll just like sit like in the middle of like in the middle of a back road, like a few things behind the fight, or he'll like run in circles and people are like, Robert, when he doesn't contribute anything and he won't even fight, but like he's gathering footage for his videos. But I'm like, dude, like that's cool, like do it, but like you should play the game. And he doesn't. Video for his channel. No, I know, that's what I'm saying. It's just like I'm like a lot like every other streamer I know that plays this game. I'm like they fight, like they tank or infantry or like whatever. I like every time I encounter him, he's never doing that. Which is like, I mean, that's fair if that's what you want to do, but like when you're waiting like 2 hours to get into a queue for something, and there's someone just AFK for 20 minutes at a time, not even on the front. They're not really contributing. It's just a little bit irksome. But as a person, I don't think there's anything wrong with him at all. Let me see if I can see that. Is there a way to see the Foxhole stats on here? I thought there was. Or maybe it's on. I think it might be external on the web, because that's how I see most of the stuff. Maybe you could see like, okay, how many's in game. Usually there's like a way to like check. But I also don't really watch his stuff. I killed him once, slapped his ass with the bayonet. Yeah, I feel like that's it. Like we were just watching his video from like 9 years ago, and his content's definitely changed. My few interactions with him have been, I don't know, it's the same thing with like Robert Games. It's like a total different personality from his videos. It's like incredibly antisocial. In person, like well, I should say in game, when you meet him in game, it's like a totally different vibe from him. I've also killed Gator, one of his clan Vics, in front of him. We did the Collie 420 slam. That's funny. I think I've seen him once before. The one person who I do not like at all, let me see if I can find, oh god, what is it? Okay, let's just see. Foxhole and player stats is Hans. I do not like him. I think he's very toxic and super full of his ego. Killed him many times in the battlefield and stuff, and been in with him in hexes and stuff. I think he's a personality cult too. I think it's also interesting how like proclaims himself to be like the big deal, the big king, the colonials and whatnot, and he'll just disappear for like many wars at a time, and then show back up, like in his like he'll show back up, and which is why I stopped watching him. He'll show up in his streams and be like, "The king is returned," like. I'm the big. I'm like, you're like hardly even active in the game. And just the ego is out of control. Yeah, I do not like him. I understand why people don't like him. It's just weird. What? Personal stats. 1,532. But that's split between Abel and Baker or Charlie, so that's the problem. What does this mean? Our top commanders? What does that mean? What is this? Oh, is this like a... Oh, you can vote. I don't know what this is. I was just kind of looking for the player stats more than I was like what's going on with the current war. Yes, the same way. I don't really watch it's kind of a weird thing. I mostly stream because like I meet people that play Foxhole, and then like I meet up with them in game and like have fun. And to collect content, which I don't have to stream to collect content, but indicates war with populate. Wait. Okay, so let's go. Steam players, 3,784 were online. So by the time that I get on, there's less than half of that. But that's only for like, but then when I do get on, sometimes, see, there's just very few. It really peaks around noon. Here, wait, let's show War 132. Oh. You must refresh the page. Oh, here we go. 17,704. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Within the first 12 hours, we lost 14,000 players. Day 2. By day 2, we had permanently lost 6,000 players of the new 17,000. By day 3, we still had the same amount. By day 4, we still had the same amount. By day 5, we still had the same amount. 6, we got a little bit more. We stood at 13. 12 is going down a little bit. Okay, by day, what is that? By 1 week in, we had lost 7,000. Now we're starting to go down. Now we're 9,000. Let's see. Now we're 8,800. 7,000. 6,000. See, by the time that we got to the end of the war, we're only 2,000 average more players than we were forever. And then War 133, if it'll give us the details, we started off with 7,000 first day. By the second day, we were at 5,600, 6,000, 5,700, 4,800, and as we get to now, we reach 4,000 for like an hour, and then we go down to 1,800 for the rest of the day. So this is the big problem that we're encountering. And that was the whole war, by the way. That wasn't like, oh, we're so far. This is like since the beginning. First bump doesn't count, but you can see the downtrend. Pops did my claymates aren't using the tanks and supplies I made them. I play around the dead hour a bit, but dead hours are dead hours now. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is it's dead. I have never seen it this dead. Ever. Like, usually right now, there's still 1 or 2 hexes that are packed full that you can fight in. We're at a point where like, I just got on tonight. Wasn't even that, like, at 9:30 I got on before I started streaming. And there's only 2 frickin' hexes that have 10 people in them. I mean, that's not even a game at that point. And I guess that's my point. It's like, it doesn't count. You can't say, oh, the game reached 7,000 players. Like, it doesn't count if you got 17,000 players for 1 hour, and then they all quit. They never came back. By day 2, 7,000 players never came back. We never re-got that. By the end of the first day, we lost 12,000 players. So you can't, like, you can't claim that for one day. Because really what matters is, what's the difference between mid-war and end-war? So we got 6,000 more players on average mid-war than we normally did. And then by end-war, about like 3,000 more players on average. Right. Everyone's getting on. And then all the new players were like, whoa, what the hell? I'm not waiting in a 4 hour line just to get into the game. Because if I'm not mistaken, the discussions... blah, blah, blah. If we can get past all the toxic posts. I saw a few that were about population. Yeah, this one. This one's one of the most engaged with ones right now. When the Airborne update was made, I think some people expected some issues. After Dev Branch, I know a new Foxhole is going to be a mess. Yeah, when they did the Dev Branch test, like the trial war before the big update came out, like, okay, here. So I foresaw this because in the week before the big update came out, we could test everything. There was like a little week war. And there was such a low population. And I was like, I was telling people in World Chat at multiple different times, I was like, this is really bad. If this is any foresight into what the next war is going to be, this is really bad because no one's playing. We have such a low population. And everyone's like, bullshit. I remember one dude in chat wrote, you're not ready for the amount of people it's going to like come and whatnot, whatever. The game's going to soar to new heights. Everyone's like, this is bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. Here we are now. We got to the end of that war. We lost almost all the new players, and now we're at the lowest pop war of all time. Exactly. The normal person who has a job in life cannot enjoy over 2/3 of this game's content without being a part of a big regiment, and even that's not guaranteed because of all the gatekeeping. Exactly. It'd be one thing if the update was bad, but it's a completely different story when the devs remain silent and actively fumble public relations. It's so true, they're so passive. Without increased transparency and better communication, the game will grow more toxic and less appealing to normal people, and so the game is effectively dead. I'd say they need to fix/balance major parts of the game and increase communication by autumn before the game will reach a death threshold that cannot be recovered from. I would actually say this was written like a month ago. And it's one of the most active ones still. But I can tell you, I think they don't have till autumn. I think they have about 2 months to fix it. Or this game, if the next war is exactly like this, the game's ready to be sunset. Because it's not getting people back. It's ready to be sunset. Midboard, yeah, it's you get a bump because there's light tanks. Heavy bombers was prestige winning. Dev Scout playing drama was the PR disaster. It was. It totally was. There were bugs that carried over the queues constantly resetting and an increase in queue where no one could get in. the first like 3 days of the war, that bug still existed where people got locked out of queues. Like you would get to your turn where it said time to cross, and then you just got kicked back into like 20th in queue. But even beyond all that, I think this is the most realistic, non-toxic, like valid point. I think this, I'm gonna give it 2 awards because this is exactly what I'm worried about. I think if you care about the game, whatever, regardless of what side you're on, if you have any sort of realistic sense, you cannot think that Foxhole is. I saw people arguing the other day saying that Foxhole is good. Someone was writing in chat that they were worried about the low pop and that this is a really bad sign. People are like, the game is, you know, all these vets were like, the game has always been like this. If you don't like it, leave the game. Blah, blah, blah. You guys are, you're killing your own game. Exactly what's wrong. Is this true? Do you think this is true? The minute bombers tech in every war, the game instantly loses 50% of its pop. This is also a big one I've seen. There are so many streamers and so many people. There would be so many people. There's maybe such low pop too. So many people are boycotting the game right now. Despite numerous complaints by players, the dev still prioritizes their vision instead of actually making the game less miserable. It's not even about Colonial versus Warden balance anymore. The state of the game is so hostile and any player disrespect the time it's frankly written an insult they expect people to play at this point. What makes it worse is just flat out ignore the complaints from both factions, most basic quality of life. They made a fake dev stream mocking the devs. Some people made a fake stop playing this game. See, but then you get, this is the problem, is you get people like this that just constantly ruin the forums, that just make up bullshit claims when someone does give a valid point, and they're just, one of the first comments is, this game has 10 times more player base than games like Concord. Like, did you just pull that out of your ass? Because that's kind of what you did. And we are ashamed that you even think so. Then they said there were differences between the scout planes. Yeah. I don't think it's, yeah. People need to get, anyways. It's not a faction issue. It's a straight up game engine incompatibility issue. So you can't have a good, this is exactly like what these people were writing in the global chat today. You cannot have a game like this that's so big and quote-unquote MMO and reaches a standard 2,000 to 4,000 players. That's not big enough to maintain a game like this. It just isn't. Anyways, we could say I'm talking about this all night, but it isn't. It's not big enough. 17,000 players would be a healthy game, like we had the first day. But they couldn't get into the hexes because the game's engine doesn't let it. Like Anvil Empires. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I have to get to bed. I got work. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe there's some fights that we can get into, some hexes and stuff. I'm not really sure. It depends if the population continues to drop. I know it's technically a weekday. Best chances it seems like are Friday and Saturday. Because even when I tried to get on Sunday, there was no one playing. So I know, it's just tricky. It seems like it's kind of like an on and off sort of thing. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hopefully I catch you next time. was great talking, especially you, Mac. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Hopefully we can talk more about Foxhole.